Hello, dear little cute learners. How are you all? I hope you all are healthy and you're doing well. So, students, I'm your mathematics educator again here with a new chapter. So, today we have chapter number 5, which is multiplication. So, we are learned till now about the addition and subtraction, and we also have a hint for the multiplication in our earlier classes. So, I hope so. You have learned the tables, multiplication table from 2 to 20, and these are your tables. If you haven't learned try yet, so what you have to do first, you have to revise these tables and then move forward to do your multiplication operation. Otherwise you feel difficulty while you solving the questions. Now from table, so a number multiply 1 is the number itself, we already know that. So whenever we multiply a number 1, so we get the same number we have. Next, we have tables from 11 to 20. So, students, what you have to do, you have to read these tables first and then you have to try to learn this by repeating again and again. You can learn this table and then switch to your process of multiplication operation. So, multiplication of a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number without carrying. It means whenever we multiply a 3-digit number with 3 without carrying. So, it means you have to read 3's table 2 times. 3 twos are 6. Next, 3 tables 3 times. 3 threes are 9. Then 3 table 2 times. 3 twos are 6. So you have 696, your final answer. Okay. Next, we have our exercise. So whenever we multiply a number with 1, so we get our the number itself as a product. So 961 is our product. Next, we have to multiply this number with 2. So 2 multiply by 4. 2. You have to root. Now you have to read 2's table 4 times. So 2 multiply by 4 is 8. 2 multiply by 3 is 6. 2 multiply by 2 is 4. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. 7 multiplied by 0 is 0. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. So these are your answers. So you can solve this question similarly. Now, if we have to multiply 122 by 4, first we have to arrange this into a column. Now you have to read 4's table 2 times. 4 twos are 8. 4's table 2 times. 4 twos are 8. 4's table 1 time. 4 ones are 4. Your final answer is 488. For this, if we have triple 2, which we have to multiply with 3. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. So, 666 is your answer. So, I hope so, students, you can do the rest of the question in a similar way as I do. If we take an example for this one, so again, you have to first arrange it into a column and then you have to solve it. 3 twos are 6. 3 ones are 3. 3 threes are 9. So, 936 is your final answer. Now multiplication of a 3-digit number with 1-digit number with carrying. So in this case, when we multiply a number with another, so what we get a 2-digit number. So when I multiply 4 multiplied by 4 is 16. So what can I do? I just write the last digit of the number 6 here and then shift to the 1 from here. So now 4 3s are 12. Now when I get 12, now I have to add 1. So I get 13. So I just write here 3 only and shift 1 to the next. Now 4 multiplied by 1 is 4 and then 4 plus 1 is 5. So final answer is 536. Okay, students. Next, in this what we have to do, arrange the numbers as shown. So I already explained you how you have to do this. Okay. For example, if we have this 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. So what we have to do, we just write a last digit number which is 1. We write 1 here and shift 2 here. Now 7 multiplied by 6 is 42. This 2 will be added into this 42 and you will get your answer 44. Again you have 2-digit number, so you just have to write the last digit number here and then move to the first number to the next number. 7 multiplied by 4 is 28 and 28 plus 4 is 32. Now because we have no other number to multiply it further, so we can write our 2-digit number 32 as it is. So your final answer is 3241. Now we move forward to our exercise 5p. Let's start it. 7 twos are 14. So what we have to write here? Only 4, the last digit number. 1 should be passed to the other number. 7 multiplied by 3 is 21. Then we write 21, add 1 in 2 and we will get 22. So again, the next number we have, so we just write the last digit number and 2 will be shifted to the other number. 7 multiplied by 4 is 28. 28 plus 2 is 30. So your final answer is 3024. Now next number we have 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. So we only write 0 here and shift 3 to the next number. 6 multiplied by 8 is 48. 48 plus 3 is 51. So again we have to multiply one more time. So 51 last digit we only write here 1 and 5 will be shifted to the next number. 6 multiplied by 6 is 36. 36 plus 1, your answer will be 41 and you will be right. Your final answer will be 4110. So in same way you have to solve students the rest questions you have. Now 9 multiplied by 6 is, first you have to arrange it in a column. 9 multiplied by 6 is 54. So we write 4 here. 5 will be shifted to this. 6 multiplied by 5 is 30. 30 plus 5 is 35. We write 5 here. Then 3. 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. So this is your final answer. So in same way you have to multiply this also. You just have to arrange it first in the column. 169 multiplied by 7. So students, now we are doing this. So you can repeat the same process which we are applying in our above section. Now we have to discuss about the properties of multiplication. So order of property. In order of property, as we understood this in our addition portion, that if we change the order of the numbers, 5 multiplied by 6 or 6 multiplied by 5, our answer will remain same. If we change the order of the numbers, it will not affect on the product of the product. Now grouping property, so same as we do grouping in an addition and there will be no change. The same thing is applying here, that if we change the grouping of the numbers, our answer will remain same. In both the cases we get 60. Now multiplicative property of 1, which means whenever we multiply a number with 1, what we get at the end? We get the number itself only. So 5 multiplied by 1 is 5. 79 multiplied by 1 is 79. Next, we have multiplicative property of 0, which means whenever we multiply any number with 0, what we get at the end? We get the 0 only. So 70 multiplied by 0 is 0. 15 multiplied by 0 is 0. Now, distributive property of multiplication over addition. In this case, what we have learned, what we have to understand, that in the bracket number, if we take the sum of it and then multiply by 3, our answer will remain same, or we just multiply it separately, then also we have the same answer. For example, in this case, 3, first we have to multiply 2 and then 5. So 3 2s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. So 6 plus 15 is 21. If I'll do the same process, 2 plus 7 is 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 multiplied by 3. So in that case also I have the same answer, 21. So in this distributive property, what we have to understood, if I add plus 2 plus 5, I get 7 and then multiply by 3. So my answer will be 21. Now if I want to separately multiply, which means 3 multiplied by 2 and 3 multiplied by 5. So 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15 and 15 plus 6 is also 21. So it doesn't make any changes into our answers, into our product. The answer will remain same if we make the group of it. Now we have our exercise 5c. So let's solve it without actual multiplication. Fill the blanks. So 12 multiplied by 3 is similar to 3 multiplied by 12. Whenever I multiply a number with 0, at the end I got 0. What number is missing here? 3 number is missing here. 78 multiplied by 86 is equal to 86 multiplied by 78. Whenever I multiply 1 with any number, I got the same number itself as it is at their product. So in same way, you can solve the rest of the questions you have with the help of the properties of the multiplication. Now we switch to the multiplication of a number by 10, 20, 30 and 90. It means at the end when we have 0, so what it means, you just have to forget about the 0 and directly multiply 2 by 1, so you get 20. 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 and write 0 as it is. 15 multiplied by 1 and write 0 as it is, 150. So the same thing you have to apply here. Now 6 by 20, which means you have to read 6 tables 2 times, 6 2s are 12 and just copy 0 here, 10. So 120 is your final answer. So in same way you have to solve those questions which are having the 0 as the last digit. So in this case multiply each of the following by 10. So what you have to do, how many zeros are there in 10? Only one. So it means you just have to add 0 after each and every number. This is your end product while you multiplying any number with 10. Now in this you have to multiply it. So first 6 8s are 48. How many zeros are there? Only one. So just write 10 here. Now you have to multiply it. So 9 threes are. So for this you have to multiply 23 from with by 9. So 9 threes are 27. 2. 9 twos are 18. 18 plus 2 is 20. So 207. And how many zeros are there? Only one. So you have to write 1. So 2070 is your final answer. Now the same thing you have to when you multiply any number with 100, 200, 300. So same process. 6 multiplied by 1 is 6. How many zeros are there? 2. Just put 2 zeros here. Okay. Now exercise 5E. So if I multiply 6 1, so I have got 6. How many zeros are there? 2. 600. 4 threes are 12. How many zeros are there? 2. 9 twos are 18. How many zeros are there? 2. You just have to solve in this manner. Now 13 fives are 65. How many zeros are there? 2. So you just read the tables of this and just forget about the zeros, and at the moment where you're writing your answer, the end product, just add the zeros, how many zeros you have. Multiplication of a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number. So how can you solve it? If you have 36 multiplied by 25, so don't be confused and don't be scared about this. Oh, now I have to solve a big question. You just have to remember your basic concept that first you have to multiply a number with 5. So first multiply, just think about it right now. It is a single digit multiplication you have. So 5 multiplied by 6 is 30. 3 will be there. 5 multiplied by 3 is 30. 15. 15 plus 3 is 180. So you already learnt about this in your above section and in your earlier classes. So this is very easy for you. Now what you have to do, now you shift to the next number, but before switching to the next number you have to put a 0 here. Okay, always remember when you switch to a 0 to the other number, you have to put a 0 here. Now 2 6 are 12, so you write 2 here, 1 should be there. 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Now you have to add these two numbers when you got multiply with a single digit number. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 2 is 10, 0 and 1 is here. 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9. So end of the moment you got your answer 900. Okay. So in same way you have to solve this question. We take more examples and more questions. So let's we move to the exercise 5F. Let's take one more question to understand that concept in depth. So again you just have to think about that it is a single digit number. So first you have to multiply 3 by 2. So you will get 6, 3, 3, 9. Now when we have to switch to the next number, what we have to do? We have to add a 0 here. Now 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. 2 3s are 6. The next process which we have, the next step we have to follow the addition. 6 plus 0 is 6. 9 plus 4 is 13. 1 should be there. 1 plus 6 is 7. So your final answer is 736. Okay. Last one more question and then you have to solve it with the same concept your own. So 6 multiplied by 8 is 48. 4 would be there. 6 multiplied by 2 is 12 and 12 multiplied by 4 is 16. Then while switching to the next number, what we have to do? We have to add a 0 here. Then whenever we multiply 1 to any number, we got the same number. The next step we have to add these two number together. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 should be there. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So your final answer is 448. Then same way you have to solve the rest of the questions you have. Just make sure that don't be confused, don't be scared. You have to follow the same steps we are following in the above section. Now when we have to multiply a 3-digit number by a 2-digit number, the same process we have to apply here. Don't be confused. First, now in above section we read the table for the only 2-digit number, but now we have to read the table for the 3-digit number. So 4 multiplied by 3, 12. 1 would be there. 4 multiplied by 6, 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. 2 will be there, and 4 multiplied by 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 652 is your answer. Then you have to multiply 163 2 by 3. So but before that, always remember that you have to put a 0 here. 3 multiplied by 3, 9. 3 6 are 18. 1 and 3 ones are 3. So plus 1 is 4. Now you have to add these number together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 9 is 14. 1 is there. 6 plus 8, 14. 14 plus 1, 15. 1 is there. 1 plus 4 is 5. So 5542 is your final answer. Now 2 5s are 10, 1, 2 sevens are 14 plus 1, 15, 1, 2 ones are 2 plus 1, 3. Now before switching to the next number, what we have to do? Add a 0 here. 2 5s are 10, 1, 2 sevens are 14 plus 1, 15, 1, 2 ones are 2 plus 1 is 3. Now you have to add these two numbers together, 0, 5, 8 and 3. So your answer is 3850. So in same way you have to solve the rest of the question. Now we have our word problems. So in word problems we don't have to confuse and scared about this. We just have the real day-to-day life situations where we have to operate the multiplication operation. So there were 15 dozen apples in a box. How many apples were there in all? So there were 15 dozen. Dozen means 12. So you have to multiply 15 by 12. You got your answer. So students, you have to do it because now we are doing multiplication so many times. I hope so the concept is clear in your mind. Now there are 52 rows of seats in a cinema hall. Each row has 20 seats. How many seats are there in all? So what you have to do, you have to multiply 52 from 20. So you will get your answer. And this is very easy. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, 2 multiplied by 5 is 10, and you have to add a 0 here. So 1040 is your final answer. So you can do the rest of the question in the same way as I do. And now we have a worksheet portion where we have a combination of question we till learnt about in this chapter, which you have to solve it your own and identify how much you got and evaluate yourself. With that, after this, you have your mathematics lab activity, which you have to perform your maths lab. And this is the end of your chapter. So students, now I'll meet you in your next class with a new chapter. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.